So the Sky won, but look, one of the biggest stories to come out of this game is you're playing one of the considered to be top 4 teams in the league, the Minnesota Lynx, and nobody showed up to watch this game.
I thought Angel Reese was the star of stars, the icon of icons. That's what the mainstream media keeps telling me. Headline at Forbes from last month. How Angel Reese and Asia Wilson are leading the WNBA.
Again, 5 million Instagram followers do not equate to basketball fans. It's a totally different group of people. You've got a basketball player, you've got a celebrity that, or somebody that thinks she's a celebrity, that happens to be a basketball player. All right, but she's not celebrity enough to actually pack in the stands. And guys, there is some ugly numbers here.
Angel Reese fans, LSU fans, all of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar. Oh my God, transcendent. Oh my goodness, generational. Oh my goodness, so on and so forth. You guys do all the talking, all the yapping. Twitter fingers turn to can't even show up and buy ticket fingers.
There's a bigger story. 305,000 viewers for the Sky game against the Brazil national team. 305,000 viewers. By the way, Ion is a free over-the-air antenna station. If you've got an antenna, you can watch Ion Network. By the way, this arena holds roughly 10,000 fans, okay? It was at the Wintrust. You see that right there. 4,688 fans showed up to a game that Angel Reese is playing in.
Angel Reese, preseason basketball, let's get it. Bang! How about a little less time at the Met Gala and more time in the layup line? How about it? Bang! More time at the free throw line. How about that? Bang! I heard the Chicago Sky are running a play called Giraffe. It's where they just give it to Angel Reese and she just goes ISO. Hey, so get the zookeeper. This one's escaping.
Picture this, a basketball phenom fresh off a college championship steps into the WNBA with 5 million Instagram followers, a Forbes headline calling her the future of the league, and enough confidence to light up a city. Angel Reese was supposed to be that girl, the one who'd pack arenas, break ratings records, and carry women's basketball into a new era. So why, in her big WNBA preseason debut, were there more empty seats than fans? Why did her games pull fewer viewers than a late-night infomercial? And why, when the dust settled, was everyone talking about Caitlin Clark instead? This is the story of Angel Reese's wild ride, from college queen to WNBA reality check, and maybe, just maybe, the start of a comeback that no one saw coming. Stick with me, because this one's a roller coaster.
There was no argument to be made. We heard it from Shania Wumake as well. We've heard it from a lot of people. Like, there's no argument to be made that there is a needle. There is a needle.
Y'all talk a real big game. Y'all talk a real big game. Y'all tell us just how amazing Angel Reese is. Y'all tell us how y'all ride or die with Angel Reese. And you know what? This ain't on Angel Reese. This isn't even about Angel Reese, it's about y'all.
Let's rewind to Baton Rouge, where Angel Reese wasn't just a basketball player, she was a movement. At LSU, she was the heart of a national championship team in 2023, averaging 23 points and 15 rebounds a game. She trash-talked with swagger, pointed to her ring finger after beating Iowa, and turned every game into must-watch TV. Reese wasn't just good, she was magnetic. Her energy pulled in fans who didn't even care about basketball. She was the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, and the world was ready to crown her. But something bigger was brewing. Reese, along with players like Caitlin Clark, was part of a seismic shift in women's basketball. Viewership for the 2023 NCAA tournament skyrocketed, and Reese was right at the center of it. So, what happened when she took that energy to the pros?
Ouch. Chicago Sky with their second straight home game where the arena is not even half full. It was a great game. HVL did great. Come on, Chicago. Some tickets were only $3. There is no comparison. There is no excuses anymore for a certain side of the fan base. Y'all are a vocal minority, and there's now statistical data that is flat proving it.
ESPN featured Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Felines against the best AAU team from Brazil. The Roo from Waterloo drew 1.3 million viewers, which was a 13% increase over the WNBA's regular season average on ESPN last year. Viewership also exceeded ratings for Game 1 of the WNBA Finals.
Enter the hype machine. Before Reese even laced up her WNBA sneakers, the media was all in. Forbes ran a piece titled "How Angel Reese and Aja Wilson Are Leading the WNBA." Blogs called her a generational talent. Her Instagram was a highlight reel of fashion collabs, Met Gala appearances, and brand deals. With 5 million followers, she wasn't just a player, she was a brand. The Chicago Sky, her new team, leaned into it, promoting her as the face of their future. Expectations through the roof. Fans were ready for Reese to dominate, to fill arenas, to be the next big thing. But here's where the story takes a turn.
Hey, WNBA refs call it travel is the day we're watching because of you. Is this not a travel? You jump off your pivot foot, land on it again, and spin a roo? Blind squirrel finds nut. Bang! Oh, we've been waiting all offseason for the bag work. Here we go. Give it to Angel Reese an elbow. Jab, jab. Yeah! Jab again! Here we go. Butter pecan. Bang! Had to blur out the unethical stat patch.
May 2024, Reese steps onto the court for her WNBA preseason debut with the Chicago Sky against Brazil's national team. This is her moment, her homecoming at LSU, where she's practically royalty. The stage is set for a blockbuster, except it's not. The game pulls a measly 305,000 viewers on ION, a free over-the-air network. To put that in perspective, a random episode of Storage Wars could probably do better. The arena, half empty, crickets. Literal crickets might have had more presence. Reese's big splash felt more like a pebble in a puddle, but surely this was just a fluke, right?
So there's no excuse. Nobody watched that game between the Sky at LSU for Angel Reese's homecoming. Nobody watched. Nobody watched. Nobody was there. Half the arena was empty.
Wrong. Game 2 against the Minnesota Lynx was supposed to be the bounce back. The Lynx are a top-tier team and Reese was ready to show out. Except, again, the stands told a different story. Wintrust Arena, capacity 10,000, had just 4,188 fans show up. Rows of empty seats stared back at Reese like a silent critique. The cameras caught it all. Bleachers so sparse it looked like a post-apocalyptic movie set. Viewership still tanking. Somewhere, a network exec was probably stress-eating while staring at those Nielsen numbers. Reese's WNBA debut wasn't just quiet, it was deafeningly silent.
1 million less fans tuned in for that game versus the Fever against the Brazilian national team in Iowa City. 1 million. That argument of they're tuning in for me too is over. No, they are not. Nobody is showing up, and nobody is tuning in.
Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Caitlin Clark. While Reese was struggling to fill seats, Clark was rewriting the script for what a WNBA rookie could do. Her preseason game against Brazil, 1.3 million viewers, a 13% jump over the WNBA's regular season average. Arenas, packed. Social media, on fire. Clark wasn't just playing basketball, she was creating moments. Moms, kids, even your uncle who only watches football, they were all tuning in. Clark's game felt like a cultural event, the kind of thing you'd text your friends about. Reese, meanwhile, was fighting for scraps of attention. The contrast was brutal.
Can Angel Reese play basketball in transitions like giving a 5-year-old the keys to the school bus? Go ahead, crash into those trees right there. Bang! She's a stretch 4. That means you're not scoring anymore. Let's see it work. Back it down, the big man game. Kick it out, spread it out. Burn!
So how did Reese handle this? Not great. Instead of brushing off the low turnout, she went full meltdown mode. Cryptic Instagram posts, passive-aggressive emojis, and a vibe that screamed, "Why isn't the world showing up for me?" She hopped on social media, hinting at scheduling issues, broadcast problems, anything but the mirror. It was less athlete fueled by adversity and more Real Housewives reunion meltdown. Her fans tried to spin it, saying the tip-off time was bad or the network didn't promote enough. But the numbers didn't lie. Reese's games weren't just underperforming, they were invisible.
I don't care about them. But you want to know why people talk about it so damn much? People talk about it because y'all constantly want to remind everybody that folks are watching her games too. She is the one that said, people are watching the game because of me too. Well, that's not wholly accurate. It's just not accurate.
Why did the buzz vanish? Let's break it down. Reese's star power was built on college hoops and social media, where her personality could shine. The WNBA, it's a different beast. Fans want results, points, wins, moments that make you jump out of your seat. Reese's game, while solid, wasn't setting the league on fire. She averaged decent numbers in the preseason, but nothing screamed superstar. Meanwhile, Clark was draining logo threes and dishing no-look passes like she was born for this. Reese's brand was loud, but her game wasn't loud enough to match.
Caitlin Clark is really back, and so is that CC motion. Look, I know I've said before I don't want to talk about repeats, and this topic isn't really brand new, but it feels fresh in a sense because we finally saw Caitlin Clark back out on the basketball floor, and we all had our reactions. I mean, she had that iconic moment, really, in a sense, for an exhibition, for a preseason moment.
The media didn't help. Outlets hyped Reese as Clark's equal, setting her up for a fall. Headlines called them rivals, but the stats told a different story. Clark was a phenomenon. Reese was a work in progress. The media machine that crowned her forgot to mention that pro sports don't care about Instagram followers. And the fans, they picked sides. Online, it was Baby Goat Clark versus Baby Giraffe Reese. Clark's supporters pointed to the numbers, full arenas, record ratings. Reese's fans, they were vocal, but the data wasn't backing them up. One ex-post summed it up. Chicago Sky games with $3 tickets and still half empty. Y'all said Angel was that girl.
After all of this statistical knowledge we all have now, the actual analytics, that is 2 arenas that had less than half capacity for what everybody keeps telling us is somebody that's star is equal to Caitlin Clark. Shut the bleep up. Come on. Stop it. 1 million less fans tuned in.
But let's give Reese her due. On the court, she's got skills. She's a rebounding machine with a knack for second chance points. Her hustle is undeniable, and at 6'3", she's a presence in the paint. The problem, she's a stretch 4 in a league that loves versatility. Her game needs polish, better free throws, sharper decision making. The talent's there, but it's raw. And in a league where stars like Aja Wilson and Brianna Stewart set the bar, raw doesn't cut it. Reese wasn't ready for the spotlight she demanded. Here's where the story shifts. After the preseason flop, Reese started showing signs of growth. By mid-2024, she was putting up double-doubles, earning respect from coaches and teammates. Off the court, she toned down the Theat prosecutes, focusing more on her game than her brand. Ex-posts from fans noted her hustle in a July game against the Aces. Angel's grabbing boards like rents do. She's figuring it out. It wasn't headline grabbing, but it was progress. Reese was learning that hype fades, but hard work sticks. What's the bigger picture here? Reese's journey is a masterclass in fame's double-edged sword. She rode a wave of college success and social media clout, only to crash into the reality that pro sports demand more than swagger. Her story isn't just about empty seats or low ratings. It's about the pressure to be the one in an era where viral moments can outshine substance. Reese wanted to be Clark's rival, but she's starting to realize she needs to be her own story. So, where does Angel Reese go from here? The redemption arc is just beginning. She's got the talent to be a WNBA star, but it'll take time. The empty arenas? They're a lesson, not a legacy. If she keeps grinding, those seats will fill. Clark might be the phenomenon, but Reese has her own lane, if she can find it. Her story isn't over, it's just getting real. What do you think? Can Angel Reese turn it around? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you loved this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.